Having been doing these for some decades now, it seems every year I get to this juncture at the end of the year and say, wow, what a year it's been, it's so dynamic. But there's been no year like 23 of so many levers being moved in the property market. Good, bad and different. And the main reason for that is the fallout from COVID. We go back 4 years ago, pre-COVID, we had 13,000 listings in the market. Today we've got less than 5,000. The residential vacancy factor, that was sitting, hovering around the 4%, it's now 0.4%. Interest rate, if you're going to go buy an investment property or your own home, you're paying a couple of percent. Now you're paying 6.5%, 7.5%. Things have changed dramatically, and forever, a third of our builders have gone belly up, closed their doors, or they're underwater. There's a huge supply problem out there. We've had a lot of government intervention, which thankfully they're starting to turn around now. But let's explore the sectors now a bit deeper to see how you can take advantage in 24. Over the years of reporting on the Perth property market, I've embraced all areas of the market because my agency is quite unique and we delve in all areas of the real estate market, being rural, commercial and residential. So I'm going to break those down for you, but you know, it might be interesting if you can look at some of the vision below where I've predicted over the last few years, looking into my crystal ball, what could happen. And where we're at the moment, I keep on saying the same thing. It's a great time for real estate. But let's look first at the rural market. The rural market has gone gangbusters for 3 years, 30% a year growth basically for 3 years. It had 2 bumper harvests, record prices for livestock and grain. That's all come a bit of a thundering halt, unfortunately. There's been a drought in a good portion of WA, so there's not much to harvest this year. Stock prices have gone quite unreasonably low across the board. And of course, now we've had interest rates bite. So I think you'll find the rural sector there, I'd be treading with caution there. I think it's going to have some adjustment there. The rural lifestyle is still going gangbusters with a lot of people seeking the Vespa lifestyle, leaving the city and joining the rural outlook. The commercial's been very, very strong in the industrial market, brought on by COVID because everybody needs logistics and warehousing. The retail sector has been affected, unfortunately, good and bad, because people stayed at home and shopped as well, but a lot of retail places did run into a bit of trouble. And of course, then the office market, we were the best in the whole of the world to get our office workers back into the city, but the office market is still suffering a bit of a hangover from there, and the vacancy factor, as though it's improving, will continue to be a bit challenging because of the work from home, smaller cells of operation for offices, and the super office is something of the past. Indeed, some of those larger property trusts have copped a bit of a wallop on their value because their office assets are being revalued. Then finally, tourism has been a really big winner. Whether you're Airbnb, serviced accommodation, or you're the hotel industry, if you try to book a room just here in the city, in Broome, Margaret River, wherever, people are holidaying at home and it's at a premium. So tourism has been a big winner since COVID. And finally, of course, unless you've been living under a rock, the residential market is facing a housing crisis. And let's pull a few layers back from that to give you a further look at what has driven that. So the residential market, which is probably most fundamental to most of you watching this video, is where the real action is. And I see that be a lot of heat in the market for probably, I'm going to predict, another 3 to 5 years. This supply shortage is not going to change anytime soon. We have had the governments changing things such as the Residential Tenancies Act, the Aboriginal Heritage Act, the R codes. They've actually put those aside. They've actually added incentives, $50,000 off plan, stamp duty free, concessions for build to rent. There's some great incentives coming both local, federally and state government to try and ease the crisis, but it's like turning a ship around. It's all going to take some time. So I'm predicting you're going to see a voracious residential market, whether you're buying or renting, for probably another 3 to 5 years. We've got a huge supply shortage. We've got 1,500 people a week coming into our state. Go back pre-COVID, we had 0. There was 0. We've now got 1,500 people a week building the population here, and where are they going to live? So if you're looking at the residential side, I'd suggest it's time to act now. So with nearly 4 decades of helping 10,000 investors in that time, and engaging myself in both the rural, the commercial and the residential market in many shapes and forms, it's taught me a hell of a lot. And just for your interest, I'm going to include the last couple of years' videos, which I was summaring up the end of the year, and verbatim basically what I said has happened. And I will make a bold prediction here. In 3 years' time, wherever you choose to invest or purchase your home, I predict it'll probably double over the next 3 years. We're going to see colossal growth for 3 to 5 years in the residential market. The rural market, be cautious as things bite in there. In the commercial market, also be cautious. Other than the industrial market, I see that still being strong. But the residential, which pertains to most of you, guys, it's going to be very good in 24, and love to help you. See you guys, all the best.